Hi, my name's David Bennis, and this is my decade of accomplishments. So in 2015, I graduated from Columbia College Chicago, and I went for my bachelor's in cinema science and art, and I also got a minor in business management. My senior year at Columbia in 2015, I worked for the Czech Consulate, where I got to work with the Consulate General of Czech Republic, Borik Lizek, and he's pretty big as far as it comes to like diplomats in the US. And essentially I worked with Jim Peterick from Ides of March in the band Survivor. I worked with Jim Lovell from Apollo 13, RIP. He just passed away. Kim Novak, the actress, and Anton Cermak Kerner, who was the grandson of the mayor of Chicago, Mayor Cermak. So I did get to work with a lot of predominant people as far as, you know, the entertainment industry goes. I basically got thrown into it not even knowing what the internship entailed. They just needed a video director to take the reins and just shoot, and I basically came in, put together my friends that I knew who could do audio and edit, and we went in there and we just started working on projects with them for the semester before graduating. So I had to work a part-time job to pay bills while I was at Columbia, and one of the jobs that I did have, I was a graphic designer and photographer for McGrath Lexus, and I actually had my first ever electronic billboard on the side of 94. And if anybody knows 94 in Chicago, it's one of the busiest roads, and just to be going into work and seeing my billboard, it was truly an honor to just be like, wow, I did that, I made that. After college, I had the summer, I was living in Little Italy, and I applied for a job with the sports marketing agency, Intersport. Just was a video coordinator position. And I was like, okay, you know, I go in with a suit to my interview and they're like, you're hired. I didn't know what it entailed. They just asked me if I knew Adobe Premiere. Had no idea how to edit on Premiere because I learned Avid. And basically they were like, you know Adobe Premiere? I did a crash course for 2 weeks on YouTube. They threw me in a van for 6 months with one of my coworkers, Kyle Linsner, and we traveled the US, and I had to go to different high schools all the way down from Indiana, all the way down to Florida to Texas, back up to Minnesota in 6 months. And we hit, I think, 30 or 30 something Jersey presentations. We were working for the Semper Fi, and we were doing their all-American teams traveling the country. And it was, I mean, unbelievable experience. It was so much fun. At the end of the 6-month contract, there was the big bowl game for the Semper Fi, where it was the East versus West team of the top high school athletes in the country. And we had to promote this from Chicago because we were only there for a week in Anaheim, but it was at their big soccer stadium. And it was just, I mean, awesome being able to go down there, and I was shooting behind the scenes, GoPros on helmets, and, you know, they're doing football training all week, and then they have the big bowl game, and it's, you know, aired on Fox Sports, and we're out there shooting. I mean, it was an incredible experience, hands down.